Was Josh Allen really the NFL MVP? Will there be an NFL MVP hangover, or will Allen be able to lead the Bills to the Super Bowl? Will James Cook continue to be a dynamic running back and the Robin to Josh Allen's Batman? Who will emerge as the Bills' #1 wide receiver, that go-to guy? The Bills have gone 11-6 but eliminated in the second round of the playoffs in the 2023-2024 season to 13-4 and making the AFC Championship game. So will they take that step and make the big dance in the 2025-2026 season? The Buffalo Bills entered the 2025 NFL season with high expectations, aiming to build upon their 13-4 record from the 2024-2025 season and secure 6 consecutive AFC East titles. The Bills improved upon their 2023-2024 season record of 11-6. So does this mean the third time is a charm, along with this season being their final year at Highmark Stadium before transitioning to the new Highmark Stadium in 2026? So could this be the year? Many seem to think so, and during the 2024-2025 season, the Bills had a top 3 passing game along with a top-tier rushing offense superheaded by dynamic running back James Cook. Also, the Bills had a top 12 scoring defense and many points during the season. The Bills looked to be poised to head to the Super Bowl. On top of all of this, Josh Allen won his first NFL MVP and became the consensus #1 quarterback of the season as he carried the Bills. The Bills started the season 3-0 and then fell to 2 eventual playoff teams in the Ravens and Texans. Then the Bills rattled off 7 straight wins, including defeating the Kansas City Chiefs 30-21, and this put the Bills 9-2 overall. The Bills ended the season with 3 straight wins, notwithstanding the season finale to the Patriots, in which Buffalo sat most of its starters, and this included a high-scoring win versus the Detroit Lions. In the playoffs, the Bills punished the Denver Broncos by a score of 31-7 and looked to clear front runners to make the AFC Championship game, but they would have to go through the Ravens again. In a Week 4 matchup, the Ravens took the Bills to the woodshed by a 35-10 score, but this playoff matchup proved to be different. The Bills capitalized on 3 Ravens turnovers to squeeze by 27-25 and advance to the AFC Championship versus the Kansas City Chiefs. In Week 11, the Bills defeated the Chiefs 30-21 and were looking to ride that win with confidence into a second meeting with the defending Super Bowl champions. This game came down to the wire, and with less than 4 minutes, the Bills had a chance to keep their drive going and set themselves up for at least a field goal. But the Kansas City pressure was too much and the Bills were stopped on downs, thus ending their season. The Bills bolstered their receiving corps by signing veteran wide receiver Elijah Moore to a 1-year deal, as well as extended wide receiver Khalil Shakir, while they also added wide receivers Josh Palmer and Laviska Shenault, aiming to provide MVP quarterback Josh Allen with more weapons, as well as adding depth to the offensive line by signing guard Kendrick Green and running back Ty Johnson, who was a pivotal third down back for the Bills this past season. In addition to having a top 12 scoring defense, the Buffalo Bills strengthened this defense even more by acquiring defensive end Joey Bosa, defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi, linebacker Terrell Bernard, and re-signing cornerback Tre'Davious White, signing quarterback Dane Jackson, safety Derek Forrest, and defensive end Michael Hoyt. These moves aim to enhance their pass rush and secondary depth. The Bills have not only provided more depth on their offense at the wide receiver position, they've also improved their defense. The Bills lost a few key veterans after the season, and this included veteran safety Micah Hyde to retirement on January 27, 2025, marking the end of an era for the Bills secondary. The Bills released All-Pro defensive end Von Miller, as well as punter Sam Martin, and traded cornerback Kaiir Elam to the Dallas Cowboys. Wide receiver Mac Hollins decided to leave and signed a deal with the Patriots. While these departures are minimum, expect there to be a void in filling for Hyde, Hollins, Miller, and Elam. The Bills' opponents for the 2025 season are confirmed with home games versus the Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, New York Jets, Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Kansas City Chiefs. Away games will include the Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, New York Jets, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers, Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, and the Houston Texans. Odds makers predict the Bills to have an over-under win total set of 11.5, reflecting strong expectations for the season, but based on 2024 data, later, Buffalo is projected to have the 5th easiest schedule in the league. The Bills will play 6 playoff games from the 2024-2025 season in the Ravens, Buccaneers, Eagles, Chiefs, Steelers, and Texans, and these games could determine how their season unfolds, and luckily 4 of those games are at home. Think about this. This year the Bills have the 5th easiest schedule, so how will this weaken their iron or make them juggernauts? The Bills will also travel the 2nd fewest miles in the league, which will proverbially keep them fresher with their longest trip to Houston to take on the Texans. Lastly, the Bills will have 4 home games in the first 5 weeks. This could prove to be a difference maker early in the season. With an alleged and on paper much improved roster, the Buffalo Bills are looking to get over the hump called the Kansas City Chiefs. The newly crowned NFL MVP Josh Allen is looking to parlay that award into a Super Bowl trophy, and running back James Cook will be looking to top last season's performance. The Bills have some work to do. Even though they were 13-4 in the 2024-2025 season, 12 of those games were against non-playoff teams, and against the playoff teams, they were 2-3. That being said, yes, they did manage to make it to the AFC Championship game, but let's be honest, iron sharpens iron. The Bills are on the clock as they are not getting any younger, and what's improving their season's outlook is how devastating their offense was with Josh Allen, James Cook duo, and their defense was a force to be reckoned with. Along the aforementioned, the Buffalo Bills may be the recipients of home cooking while playing 4 out of the first 5 games at home and only 1 against the playoff team from the previous season, the Baltimore Ravens. We believe this will improve as there is a sense of urgency. With the improvements on both offense and defense, we expect the Buffalo Bills to be ready to take the next step and potentially reach the Super Bowl. Looking at the previous 2 seasons' upward trajectory, as well as this year's acquisitions and departures, we expect the Buffalo Bills to be in the mix to make the Super Bowl.